Hey everybody, happy National Scrapbooking Day. I wanted to do something a little bit different and do a how-to scrapbook. It is super easy, super simple. You don't need a lot to scrapbook or get started on telling your memories. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Sabrina and I'm on a few design teams, including Coco Daisy, Scrap and Happy Studio, and Tracy Reed Designs. Also just launched my first big picture classes where I teach you all about traveler's notebooks and also give you 5 sketches to use in your notebooks. Okay, so basic supplies to get started scrapbooking. You need a small pair of scissors to cut the fine detail type of stuff like flowers or small word strips or anything like that. These I would use for photos or long pieces of paper. You can also get yourself a paper trimmer, a small one. I would start with a small one. I have a huge guillotine trimmer. This one, it is huge, and I call it a guillotine. Like I said, it's actually a bypass, and it's supposed to have a shield, but my shield broke. And I haven't gotten a replacement. But I waited many, many years to get this, and I absolutely love it. But a small trimmer is definitely handy to have. I also use 2 main type of adhesives. This is Elmer's permanent adhesive. I actually get this at Walmart and I've used it for years and years and it's really awesome. I love it. And then this I've also used probably for at least a decade, if not longer. It is my 2-way pen. I use it for acrylics and small word strips, anything smaller that I need to glue down. Also, I have my 2 favorite pens. I really don't use any other type of pens. This one is a Signo, is that right? Uni-ball, and it is 0.38. I absolutely love it. And then this one is the Micron 0.5. I absolutely love it. It is so awesome. And then you just pick your size. Really, I mean, these are the only supplies that you need. These are extra. This is a tiny attacher. It allows you to attach tiny staples to different items. Like if you want to staple a photo to add a little visual interest, then you can do that. Or a hole punch. Hole punch is great to have in case you are need to punch tag holes, or if you need to punch holes for traveler's notebooks. Lots of uses for a hole punch. Also, I will talk about these 2 types of adhesive in part 2 because these I use more for acrylics and wood veneer, and this one I use for flares. So after you have your basic supplies, those are just your basics. I'm not talking about paper or picking a kit or a sticker. These are just the basics. You want to pick the size that you are going to start your scrapbooking journey with. I would say either 8.5 by 11 because the paper is super easy to find, and also the binders. If you are in want budget friendly, then you could always use a binder from like the school section. Or you could use Heidi Swap. She does the storyline binders, but 8.5 by 11 is readily available, and so are the page protectors. The other size I really love that's also readily available is 6 by 8, and that one you can't find it in retail stores much anymore, but you can find it at scrapbook.com, Ali Edwards, Studio Calico, lots of options for 6 by 8, and I also love the Simple Stories binders. So those are my 2 suggestions for albums, just because they are readily available. Because I know that can be a problem for some people trying to find supplies. The next thing you want is photos. I print at home for a lot of my projects. I will leave the information for my printer and my paper, but I use a Canon Pixma IX6820. It is the printer I have been the happiest with over the years, the happiest. Also, my paper I've used for years and I love it. It is Epson Presentation Matte Paper. I love it. It's wonderful. Let me grab a photo so I can show you. Okay, these are just a variety of different things that I've printed. So this is a photo. The colors are nice and vibrant. This is just a funny meme. Another photo in black and white. like a drawing of myself, and this is a journaling card I printed. So I just really love the quality. It's great quality, great colors. I really love it. But if I am doing a special project, like Week in the Life or Day in the Life or summer albums, I will go to Persnickety Prints, and I go into Photoshop Elements, put 2 on a 4x6. I have a video to show you how to do that, so I will link that here. But I put 2 3x4s on a 4x6 and send them off to Persnickety. So once you have your photos and these supplies, you are ready to go. You are ready to make a page and to get started. Once I have these basic tools, this is when I would go to the next step of making sure or finding or buying some supplies to put my pages together and to make my stories come to life. So I just pulled out a random LE Studio card, and I just used a 6x8 piece of paper, like I said, but you can also get page protectors, which are readily available. And then these are my kids. I'm gonna cover up these journaling lines. I don't need them. And then up here, I could just put summer. And then I found an acrylic. That'll be in part 2. But really, if all you had was the basic supplies, I would just put summer here. Maybe find a fun marker. I mean, you could add those into your collection. I would recommend Papermate flares, which I love. So I could add some pink up there for summer. I could add some sunshine, or I could just draw some lines and journal right there and call it done. It would be that simple, just to add one little piece of paper and some journaling and call it done. So I hope you found this video informative and helpful in getting started with scrapbooking, or just informative in knowing what I use for my favorite products. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you want to continue to see my videos. Thank you so much, and have fun documenting your memories and bringing them to life. Bye.